kind of nervous about Ryan Grubb's play calling. Some people might not think it's the play calling. Some people think it's the players' lack of execution. But I just believe that most of the blame goes on the coaches because it's their job to develop the players to execute the plays that they call.
I think the biggest factor in this game, which nobody really talks about, is Jam Miller.
Yeah.
This is a completely different ball club when Jam Miller is on that field. Jam Miller is, I mean, when he's back there, I feel like he adds an element that makes him very, very, I won't say just difficult to tackle, but he's 5'10". He's 220 pounds. He's 5'10". And that offensive line of Alabama is so big. He's one of them guys that just disappear. You can't even see him. Just gone. Next thing you look up, and he's done went 5 or 6 yards. Ask me how I know. Watched him do it to us. He can ball. So I want to see what they can do at the running back position. If they can form, I'm not just saying effective run game, but if they can get enough run game going to keep the defense honest, I don't see any reason why Alabama don't win this game.
I'm in agreement with Goof. If we can get 80 to 100 yards, we'll win this game.
I'll do you one better than that. I think if you guys can get at least a third of your total offense from the run game, so which puts you about 75 yards. So if you can get 200 through the air, and then you can get 75 on the ground, I feel like you're fine. And if you look at what Ty Simpson's been doing, you guys beat Auburn with 122 yards in the air. You beat Missouri with 200 through the air. You've beat teams with that 200 mark. After that, if Ty Simpson's having a game, he'll go 250, 270. Now, you guys, when you played Oklahoma the first time, you had 326 through the air, which is outstanding. But you only had 60 on running the ball. And to me, that's why I feel like there's got to be a little bit more balanced.
I think having 60 yards on the ground it would have been enough if it wasn't for turnovers. Maybe we'd have had more than 60 if we didn't have the turnovers. I don't know. But giving a team three extra possessions in a short field, it's hard to win games like that.
Yeah, you guys had 80 yards rushing total. 60 of those was from Daniel Hill.
Right.
And he wasn't doing bad as a running back. He really wasn't. He was averaging 4 yards a carry. Me and you both know 4 yards on first down, 4 yards on second down. Exactly. Now you're looking at third and short, third and manageable.
Yes.
And it just didn't seem like the play calling really was conducive to doing that.
Yeah, it's just that Ryan Grubb would not commit to the run. If it's working, he has the tendency to go away from it for some reason. Like you say, we can go, like you say, was picking up 4 yards a carry, 4 yards on first down, 4 yards on second down. Okay, now it's 3rd and 2, and you'll throw the ball. Incomplete. Now you got the punt. Or go for it on 4th down, because we got a tendency of going for it on 4th down also. It's been times where we had 3rd and 2, 4th and 2, and try these pass plays or trick plays, and we don't get it. When we can line up and play hard-nosed football and try and run it. So he just won't stay committed to the run. That's an issue too.
The run game it has to be a factor. If you go back and you look at the Georgia game, it almost seemed like there was no intention to even try to run the ball. And the reason I say that isn't because Alabama ended up with a very disparaging number overall. It was because they only attempted to run it 16 times. They threw it 39. There ain't nowhere, anywhere anybody's going to say that's balanced. It's just not.
It say 16 rushing attempts, but 7 of those was Ty Simpson
That's true.
scrambling
That's absolutely true.
and,
8,
and getting
7
sacked
or
and
8.
shit. So you went to the running backs 7 times, or what you say, 9 times.
9 times.
That's it. That's crazy. I understand that Jam Miller and Kevin Riley was out, but you had 2 other capable quarterbacks. And I know AK Deer is young. He went the wrong way one time, but you just don't give up on it. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, how many times have we watched football games between both Alabama and Georgia where they spend the whole first half just running into a brick wall against each other?
Yeah, I mean,
We'll go into half at 3-9. Score will be 3-9.
exactly.
It'll be 14 to 10 or something.
Even
it's just
in the game against Florida State, Ty Simpson threw it 40 times?
a lot.
You asking a quarterback who's never started a game to come out and throw the ball 40 times in his first start? That's crazy.
43 times.
Yeah.
And then you wonder why he threw for 50%.
It's crazy, man.
I mean,
But
and it seems to be the case, kind of all season. And
yeah,
and Georgia's had a lot of games like this, so I don't want Alabama fans to think that I'm picking on the score. I'm just pointing out some things. So if you look at the way Alabama's played this year, there's been a lot of close games. So you beat Georgia by 3 points. Now, and this is not me trying to cope. This is because y'all won that game fair and square. Y'all went like 13 for 19 on third downs. That's not something you can just dismiss. But Georgia was down in the red zone, could have kicked the field goal, went for it. Georgia got one of the best field goal kickers in the country. Nobody argued that point. So we missed that one. We go down the second time, did the same thing again. If Georgia kicks either one of those, it's tied. If Georgia kicks the first one, they would certainly have kicked the second one and won the game. That's not to say Georgia should have won the game and because Alabama's terrible and Georgia's better. What I'm saying is that play calling matters. You have to make the right decisions. When you go back and you look, you see Alabama won that game by 1 score. Alabama beat Missouri by 1 score. Alabama beat South Carolina by 1 score. Alabama lost to Oklahoma by 1 score. There's got to be better play calling. There just has to be.
yes, it's teams that we should be blowing out, but we only winning by single digits because of play calling. Because we got the players to make the plays. We got all the talent in the world. Oh, we are one of the most talented teams in the country, but offensively, we just not calling the right plays at the right time.
Not only that, it almost seems like he just don't figure it out. I mean, how many times have you got to look at the same thing happening over and over and over again before you realize you can't keep doing this?
Exactly. And it's like just like against y'all. Y'all was doing the same thing the whole first half. And we didn't. Now that's on the defense, but I think the defense played pretty well, even though they gave up 27 points.
Yeah, they gave
28?
up 28 points. But here's the thing that most Georgia fans don't want to talk about, and I'll tell it like it is. Georgia got a blocked punt, and that gave Georgia super short yardage, right? So Georgia in the red zone is one of the most lethal in the country. They got a touchdown. Okay, so that was 14-0. Coming to the second half, Georgia picks off an interception, gives them short field yardage again. Those 2 scores, I won't discount them entirely, but I'll say it was a lot easier for Georgia to get those points than it would have been had they have had to run a normal length of a field. And if you looked at how Alabama had performed all night, running the whole length of the field was really, really hard. So without those 2 plays there, that's a totally different game.
Right. And then what was that last score? We went for it at our own 12-yard line and didn't get
it. That was
I mean, you just gave up a touchdown. You just made the score look worse on your own, really.
Yep.
So
there was a lot that happened in that game that really helped Georgia. And And as an Alabama fan, I can understand when you watch that game, it just felt like everything that could go wrong did go wrong.
Right.
Got a block punt, got an interception, going forward on fourth, can't get it. I mean, bad play calling, not running the ball.
Yeah, and we had a fumble in that game too, on the punt or
Yeah,
kickoff or
there
whatever it
was
was.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it
So
was just a bad overall game. But as I said, the regular season is in the past. The conference championship is in the past. It's a whole new season. One and done. That's
Georgia,
just the way it is. One and
Ge-
done. You lose, you out of
other
here.
than raising a banner over the stadium come the spring game, nobody's gonna care about who won the SEC championship if they win the national.
Exactly.
Because there's been times that we've won the SEC championship and y'all have won the national championship. And guess
Yeah.
what gets talked about more?
Yeah, same thing with y'all. When we won it, and then y'all won the national championship. Nobody cares about that SEC championship.
I mean,
Unless nobody in the SEC wins the national championship. That's when people talk about it. SEC fans talk about it, whatever fan base win. So, but other than that, and then I don't think the SEC no conference championship mean as much as it used to. Now that the playoffs is in effect.
and it's getting worse.
Yeah.
And it's getting worse.
It's getting worse.
Now, there's a lot of Georgia fans out there that have said, they're really upset that years ago we lost. We was in first place. We lost, and it knocked us to like sixth, and we ended up playing Florida State. Okay, I can understand why you would be upset about that, but you also have to look at what is good for the sport. And yes, I'm one of those people that because I hate Alabama just like you hate the Dogs, I didn't want you in the championship. I want to play you again. I don't want to play you again. No, nobody's gonna walk around if they got any sense to go, I want to play Georgia and I want to play Alabama twice in a season.
Well, I don't. Hey, speaking of that, did you hear the video of Kirby?
Which one?
Getting on y'all players
about?
They was at practice. I guess it was today or yesterday, and I guess he was on a bullhorn and they could hear him outside the stadium and somebody was recording it.
But that happens all the time.
Well, I'm gonna play it for you.
Play it for me.
I got it up. So I'm gonna play it for you right quick. He was going off. So
he been known to get hype.
Man, get out of the way. Come on and on, man. So I had it pulled up. As soon as I hit let's see. Pause. Let me bring up the screen, man.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Take your time. I can't hear what he's saying. I hear him saying something.
Basically, he was cussing them out. We can't complete one fucking ball. Quarterback, make sure you get the fucking. He was going off, man. And
made you jealous, didn't it?
Yes. That's what we used to have at Alabama. It's gone. We don't have that no more. And
I can remember listening to the little snips that some reporters would snag of Nick Saban losing his mind.
Right.
And then you would see these soccer moms and latte ladies cringing.
Yeah.
But the men of us out here is like, no, that's how it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
Because nothing in the world makes you a better player like a coach coming over there and tearing your ass up.
Yeah.
And you get mad and you go over there and play the way you're supposed to. And then 5 seconds later, he comes over there and slaps you on the helmet and go, now see, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. That's the guy I like. That's the guy I want.
Yeah. I mean,
I can send you those records from time to time, and I can just tell you it's for Alabama and make you feel better.
Yeah, I wish, man. I wish that's how it used to be, but I guess every coach have their coaching style. So it is
Well,
what it is, man. We gotta support Coach Kalen DeBoer and the staff, even though I'm finding it hard to support Ryan Grubb right now. But I'm hoping if he's
well,
there next season, he can get better. I'm thinking that Coach Kalen DeBoer just might have hired his next offensive coordinator.
who's that?
He hired Derek Nix, I think. Ain't that's his name? Derek Nix used to be Auburn's OC. He hired him as the wide receivers coach.
Is he any related to Bo Nix by chance?
No, this is a black guy.
I don't mean nothing.
I don't think he's related to
Man,
Bo Nix.
I've seen plenty of white couples come up with a black baby. That ain't.
Yeah, but they be mixed. They be mixed, man. Let me see. Yeah, Derek Nix. I think that's his name.
Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah, Derek Nix.
He's a former offensive coordinator for Auburn. He
Yeah,
played at Southern Miss, and he rushed for over 1,000 yards in 3 seasons.
Right. So
I love player coaches.
And you know, some of those Auburn players are jumping in the portal.
Some of them, a lot of them, man.
LSU is losing a lot of transfers. I mean, a lot of players to the portal.
Well, I think that's because they got Lane Kiffin.
Yeah. It's a lot of. I think they already lost 7 or 8, and another one jumped in the portal today. One of the quarterbacks.
Did you hear that once he gets to New Orleans, that they've actually got him a new title?
Lane and Kiffin. What is that?
A pimp named Slickback.
I know somebody was calling Lane Kiffin Lane dipping whenever he was leaving Ole Miss. So, but yeah, man, what do you think is Oklahoma's keys to winning the game?
I think Oklahoma has got to find a way to be not just good, but they have to be better than good on offense. And the reason I say that is because we already know their offense is struggling. Like, they haven't scored. Like, the last time they scored more than 23 points was, I think, the first week in November.
Right.
And, you know, their offense this season started out kind of okay, and it's really tapered off here recently. If you look at how they played, the Oklahoma LSU game looked a lot like the Indiana-Ohio State game. And nobody's talking about how good Oklahoma really is. Like, nobody's giving them a shot to win the national title, and they shouldn't. You got John Mateer, who apparently had a hand problem, but now he's better. But when he played LSU, he threw 3 picks. Now, they still won that game.
Right.
But, I mean, he was still not great. I mean, he was throwing around 60%, 62, 63%. I don't know that throwing for 62 to 65% against Alabama is going to get it done. Couple that with the fact that they have a similar problem where they're not running the ball enough. Like, they're averaging like 2.5 yards a carry.
Right.
That ain't going to cut it. So the key for them is going to be able to find a way to not just throw the ball, but to run the ball to open up the pass game. Now, John Mateer has got the skill. He's got the talent. He can throw the ball, but if there's no viable run game, there is way, way, way more talent on Alabama than there is on LSU, especially in that secondary.
Right.
Those guys will eat his ass alive.
Yeah, Oklahoma got the same issues that we got offensively. They can't run the ball. The whole offense is stagnant at times.
Yeah.
John Mateer, I think he can throw the ball, but I think if you make him throw it, you make him try to beat you with his arms, I don't think he can do it. Not Alabama. I just don't think he can do it.
I don't either. And that's one of those things where, you know, we saw that Georgia was really effectively getting after Ty Simpson. And we saw the same thing happen to Oklahoma whenever they played them. Um, they had him running for his life,
Right.
but they didn't sack him, but they had him running a lot, which made for a
Yeah.
lot of bad passes. So you end up with 3 interceptions. Anytime you end a game with more interceptions than you do touchdowns,
Yes.
that's a rough day.
That's not a key to winning.
No, and there's nobody that's going to make me believe for 1 second that LSU's got a better defense than Alabama.
I don't believe that either.
If you gave me a choice tomorrow between playing LSU or playing Alabama, I'm going to give me LSU in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And Oklahoma kind of barely squeaked out a win over LSU.
Yeah.
Now, if Alabama can get that right guard, right tackle suited up, even if they have to move people around, they got to protect that right side a little better.
Yeah.
They do that and run the ball a little bit more.
We haven't had a set offensive line yet, like a set group of 5 yet.
No.
They still looking at that right side, seeing who's the better players or who can execute the best still. And it's playoff time. To me, it is what it is now. So you just need to put who you think the best 2 guys out there and leave them.
Mm-hmm. Well, he hate me 870. He said offensively, OU could only score 1 touchdown on Alabama's defense all game, yet no one talks about Alabama's defense. I'm talking about it.
I mean,
I saw it.
We got some people who talk Alabama defense. The Alabama defense has been really good since the Georgia game. Yeah, I know we give up some explosive plays every now and then, but still that defense is flying around. And I love what I see out of Alabama defense.
That speed, man. Speed kills.
Yeah.
Speed kills.
Yeah.
That's one of the things the SEC has always had over other teams was speed. Now, there's people out there saying that, the talent pool is kind of dispersed a little bit. It has dispersed a little bit, but that's still not going to stop your powerhouses, your traditional powerhouses like Georgia, Alabama, LSU. I mean, even Florida. Florida's got a ton of talent. They got no coach, but they got a lot of talent. Those players could go be starters at other SEC schools and be dominant.
Right.
Right now, I still feel like Alabama, Georgia are 2 of the deepest teams in the country. I don't feel like Oklahoma is near as deep as Alabama, and probably will never be. I'm not a big fan of Kalen DeBoer. I've made that very clear. I don't like his style. I don't like the way he approaches football. I don't like the way that he comes down here and thinks he's going to run the SEC. To me, he's an outsider.
Right.
He just is. Now, he may prove to be a great football coach, and so far he is a good football coach. I don't mean I got to like him.
Right.
But what I will say is he's not dumb, right? He's going to look at what has happened, and he's going to say, okay, what do we need to do? What can we do? All right, let's make some adjustments. Let's make some changes. Because he's had some great game plans recently. But this is one of those moments where he's got to decide. Does he want to keep doing things the way he's doing them, or does he want to start winning these big games?
Right.
The point of the whole regular season is to get to the playoff.
That's true. Facts.
Now you hear at the playoff, now you got to go win. Because this win or go home.
It is.
So
I got it. This is a big question for you.
Yeah, man.
How do you think Kalen DeBoer will be viewed if he loses this game?
I think he'll be on the front row seat of KBB's hot seat. Come on down. That's what I think, baby.
Man, if he lose this game, boy, I just think it's going to be rough for him. See, this is the thing, because we keep moving the bar. Because what was the narrative coming into the season? Kalen DeBoer got to get to the playoffs.
To be one of the favorites to win the national championship.
Who, Alabama?
Yes.
The narrative for, I ain't gonna say for Alabama fans, but the rest of the fans, Kalen DeBoer better make it to the playoffs. At least make it to the playoffs.
I had you guys finishing in the top 4.
Mm, mm.
Not because of Kalen DeBoer.
But I just be listening, like far as the analysts, like supposed to be the professionals, you know, SEC Network, ESPN,
Man,
Fox. He's
our
got to
picks
make
are
it to
better
the
than theirs.
playoffs. Huh? What's that?
Our picks are better than theirs.
Well, that's true. That's true. But everybody to my he's made it to the playoff. Now is he better not lose first game. But I agree. He better not lose this game.
Well, even
Alabama fans, this fan base is going to be going crazy on trying to get him up out of there. I'm telling you.
Even if he loses in the first round, that would be just as good as what happened to Georgia last year.
Yeah.
Because Georgia lost last year to Notre Dame.
Yeah, he lost to Notre Dame in the first round.
First round.
But the thing is, y'all did have a bye week. Y'all had a bye week.
We
so
did.
What that mean? Y'all was one of the top 4. We ain't one of the top 4.
Well, I will say the College Football Playoff Committee has changed the way they rank stuff now versus how they did it before.
Yeah. Because 12 teams.
Yeah, Indiana beat Ohio State and Georgia beat Alabama, which top 10 ranked team. We beat a top 10 team and we didn't move up a spot. Seems like we should have, but we didn't. So I don't know.
Yeah, I thought they would move y'all.
They do what they want.
I thought they was going to move y'all to 2, and
I'm glad they didn't.
Ohio State to 3.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't in the grand scheme of things. But
right,
there was something else I wanted to talk about Oklahoma and the Alabama game. This is going to be played on Oklahoma's campus.
Yeah.
And this is absolutely, in my opinion, very likely going to be the loudest environment that Ty Simpson has ever played in. I don't know how he is going to stand up on that stage because it's the first time that Oklahoma's been in the playoff, and it's the first time that they've had a playoff game on their campus. And I know they really want to win this game. And
you know what?
I know Athens was loud. I know Athens was loud because I was there.
You know, I think he done been in the most electrifying moment of his college football career when he went to Athens. Simply because he was playing on y'all field in a stadium that y'all had a 33-game win streak.
That place was rocking. I mean, it was super loud. But
so I think that was it.
There's going to be less, and this is why I say that. I think there's going to be less Alabama fans at that game.
Well, most likely, and plus you got to factor in the weather.
Yeah.
So I don't know how cold it's going to be, but it ain't going to be Alabama weather, even though it's probably cold in Alabama too. But Oklahoma get a lot colder than Alabama. I know that.
Well, I'll be honest with you. So I lived in the Midwest for 10 years. In Norman, Oklahoma, while it does get cold, I got to be honest with you. It doesn't get that bad, in my opinion, as compared to what you might think.
I lived in Missouri.
Yeah.
And it got cold as shit in Missouri.
So you guys play tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The weather, the low is 47. The high is 60.
Oh, well, we might be good.
About perfect.
We might be pretty good.
That's just
we might be pretty good.
Now, if you'd have said something like Omaha, Nebraska.
Oh, yeah, we might be good.
So
we might be good. No, I don't think we need a new head coach right now, Kimberly. No, I don't.
Yeah, they do. No,
I think I'm gonna give him another season. I'm gonna give him 3.
I heard Brian Kelly looking for a job.
We don't need. That's somebody we don't want. But I guess Will Muschamp got hired today.
Did he?
Yeah. Texas hired him to be the DC. Steve Sarkisian.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now. he gonna mess right around and get another SEC head coaching job.
Yeah. He Steve Sarkisian hired him as the
I'll tell you
DC.
right now.
So
Say what you want to about that. I picked him to go be the head coach at Florida.
Florida.
I thought he would have went to Florida because he was already he was coaching at UCF.
Right.
He's got a lot of ties to the SEC.
Right.
He's one of the only coaches that I can name that has beaten both Kirby Smart and Nick Saban in the same season.
Yeah.
So he's got some talent. He could recruit. He could recruit. Because when you got sandwiched between Alabama and Georgia and you can still put together a hell of a roster, hey, you doing some recruiting, buddy.
That's true. I mean, he's always been a good recruiter.
Exactly.
Always.
So my thought is that if he was the head coach at Florida where he can just recruit in state, look at all the talent in Florida.
Didn't he used to be a DC at Florida too or somewhere?
I think he used to be a DC somewhere.
He was a DC somewhere else. Jodo, appreciate the 199 super chat, brother. But yeah, I think he used to be he was a DC somewhere else because I've seen videos of him yelling and shit. I think he was on LSU staff too at one time.
Let's see here. I'm gonna pull up his coaching career.
So
he was OC at Florida State, UCF, Auburn, Arkansas, Auburn, Tulsa, Arkansas. That's pretty much it.
So he's been around.
Oh yeah, he's been around. He was he's won the Bear Bryant Award, which is crazy if you think about it.
Yeah.
He's won the Bobby Bowden Coach of the Year Award. He's won SEC Coach of the Year, Home Depot Coach of the Year, Sports News Coach of the Year, Eddie Robinson Coach of the Year, AP College Football Coach of the Year, Liberty Mutual Coach of the Year, Wood Hayes, Trophy Coach of the Year, the Broyles Award, and Rivals Offensive Coordinator of the Year. Like the guy can ball.
Yeah, I think he might wind up getting the head coaching job before long.
I think if he wanted it, he could have it. I don't know that he wants it right now because if you look at all the stuff that comes along with that. Whoa.
Well, that's true. It is much easier to be a DC than a head coach. I tell you that.
Did you see what happened to not that this matters a lot to you, but did you see what happened to Georgia Tech?
No, what happened to them?
They pretty much lost their entire coaching staff minus the head coach.
Where did they go? Just all over the place. Just everywhere.
And Haynes King is gone, so there was their best player.
Yeah, he'll be getting drafted, won't he?
I think so.
Yeah,
I don't know where he'll get drafted at, probably the 8th or 9th round, but
yeah,
drafted by somebody on the backup squad. But
yeah. So how do you think this Texas A&M Miami game gonna shape up?
Oh, I think Texas A&M is gonna roll on them.
I picked Miami.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I picked Miami.
Why would you do that?
As far as the quarterbacks, both of them a mirror image of each other. If you look at the numbers, both of them got 25 touchdowns. Both of them got 10 interceptions. But the thing about it, Texas A&M quarterback, Reed, he got about 466 rushing yards with, I think, 6 touchdowns, I think. Now, that's something Carson Beck ain't got.
Nope.
So they're going to have to spy that guy.
And here's the crazy thing. Guess which games Carson Beck throws his interceptions in?
I know he threw interceptions against Louisville. He threw 4 that game. I think he threw one last game too. This last game he played.
He throws picks in the postseason. He throws picks, man. and with a team like Texas A&M, let them have a couple extra.
But the thing about it, Texas A&M only got like 9 turnovers on the season.
Well, but they didn't have Carson Beck throwing to him.
Yeah, I understand that. And then Miami their defense got 20 takeaways.
Oh yeah.
So maybe they can. Marcel Reed, he throws interception too.
Yeah.
So
you do know why they put Texas A&M at 7 and Miami at 10, right?
No, why?
Because the college football playoff, the higher ranked is the one that you play at the home stadium.
Right, yeah.
And Miami doesn't have a home stadium.
Yeah, they don't. They don't. They
like
play in they play in Miami Stadium, the Dolphin Stadium. So no. But that's going to be a hostile environment. That place is going to be loud.
Oh,
College State, man.
Them Texas Aggies going to be begging for something like this for so long. Oh my goodness.
That place is going to be loud. I don't think it'll be any issues with Ole Miss and Tulane and Oregon and James Madison. I don't think either one of them stand a chance. That's just my opinion.
And I think not only that, I think this is Texas A&M, and nobody's talking about this either. I think this is really a lot of Texas A&M beating their chest, saying we're the real Texas. Y'all let the Texas Longhorns come into this conference. We're the SEC Texas. I think there's some of that going on too.
Well, they ain't won nothing.
Neither has Texas.
Yeah, but Texas did make it to the playoffs, didn't it?
Yeah, but they ain't won nothing.
Well, that's true. That's true. I mean,
I don't want to see Texas A&M win anything, but I can see how they don't want Texas in here.
Man,
that's one thing I'll say about Texas Tech. Can you imagine? Hold on, let me back up a little bit. Can you imagine you're supposed to be the baddest team in Texas? Texas Tech ranked number 4, Texas A&M ranked number 7. You ain't even in the playoff.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, that's what NIL do for you.
Yes, sir.
That's what NIL do for you. So
I heard I did hear that Will Muschamp is going somewhere though.
Will Muschamp.
Yeah.
He's with Texas.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what's going on, B Sharp? What's going on, brother? But yeah, man. Matter of fact, y'all gonna be playing Ole Miss. I already know it. How you think they're gonna work out?
Well, I think that I'm very happy that Ole Miss made the playoffs, that they didn't get screwed by the playoff committee. I'm glad that they're playing Tulane, so they can go out there and get all their frustrations out because the coach done ran off and got them a new pimp spot. And then once they get that frustration out of the blood, they're gonna come on in and step up to Georgia. And Georgia's playing some of the best football they've played all season.
Yeah, they are.
Now they did keep their offensive coordinator, but I don't know that that's going to be enough against a Georgia team that's defense is playing absolutely lights out.
Yeah, well, I had a question about Ole Miss defense. Who's going to be calling that defense? Is freaking what's his name? How did I forget? Pete Golden. Is he going to be calling the plays and trying to do the head coach and do this too? Is he doing both?
I don't think he is. I don't know who's doing that.
So that's the thing. I mean, I don't know. I thought all this time Lane Kiffin was calling the plays for Ole Miss.
I don't know.
So, but I think y'all gonna beat Ole Miss. I mean, I would pick y'all even if Lane was still there. So
I would too. I'm curious as to how they're going to handle that transition because Georgia got a lot of talent. Nobody disagrees with that. Georgia recruits excellent every year. But Kirby's smart, man. That guy will blow you away with some of the decisions he makes. If you would have said, Brett, I'll bet you $1,000 that Kirby Smart will go after a punt against Alabama, I'd have said you crazy. And then he goes after a punt. Like there's a bunch of different times that you can go back and you can show, like the timeout that Kirby Smart called against Ohio State.
Yeah,
they went to fake that punt. Like he is so in tune with what's going on. He's paying such close attention that he's like, no, timeout. That's messed up. That's wrong. We're not doing that. Like he is such a student of the game.
Hey,
Bevo's bodyguard.
What do you think about this? Do you think Kirby Smart will go or try to bring in Jeremy Pruitt? Because Jeremy Pruitt, he's not on any punishment anymore. His show calls got reversed.
I don't know. I know he's worked with Kirby in the past.
Yeah, at Alabama.
And he's been around some of the most successful coaches in the game. I mean, he's been around. He was at Florida State, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee. I mean, He was even at the New York Giants. I mean,
Yeah.
he's I mean, when you need a good DB coach, I mean, I don't see how you could go wrong with him.
But Jeremy Pruitt is an excellent coordinator, defensive coordinator.
He is. I don't want him as a defensive coordinator.
You like Glenn Schumann?
I I don't really like Glenn Schumann. I tell you who I want, but he done left, and that's Will Muschamp.
Yeah, he done, buddy.
Will
You can't
Muschamp
get
was
him, and I'm glad you can't.
yeah. Will
What
Muschamp was an
matter of fact,
animal.
did he leave on his own?
So Will Muschamp was defensive coordinator for Georgia, and then he kind of took a break. And the reason we were given was he wanted to go watch his son play football at Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
But I think his son is done playing football now. And I feel like there wasn't a good way to bring him back into the fold as defensive coordinator because Glenn Schumann, you go into the playoff, he's been calling the plays. You may not like everything, but you can't argue with the results kind of thing. And so, I mean, I feel like Steve Sarkisian is like, hey, buddy, I got a spot for you. How you like Texas?
Yeah.
So, and I mean, when you're a coach, it ain't like it's not uncommon for you to travel all over the country. So just adds to his resume. He'll end up being, he's another one of those guys who'll end up being a head coach again.
Jeremy Pruitt?
Oh, Will Muschamp, not Jeremy.
Oh, yeah. Will Muschamp, he'll be another head coach for sure.
I mean, if Lane Kiffin can come back.
That's if he wanted.
Yeah, if Lane
I don't
Kiffin
think
can come
Jeremy
back and
Pruitt will be another
coach.
head coach. I think he'll be a coordinator somewhere.
Yeah.
So, but I would love to have Jeremy Pruitt back at Alabama.
You want him over there?
Huh?
I don't know that Kalen DeBoer could tolerate his style. He's another one of those guys that get in your ass.
Yes. Yeah, that's what now Kane Womack will get in your ass now. Kane Womack will get in the ass. And and the results are showing it now. He was getting on the ass from the jump when he first got there, but it wasn't showing on the field. Yeah, but now those guys have bought into what Kane Womack was selling, and now they look damn good.
Yeah,
we just got to bring the offense up to par. So I don't know if it'll take like last year. Our defense to me wasn't that good, but this year it is. Maybe it'll take Kane Womack a whole season and a season and 5 or 6 games before he finally get it right. I mean, maybe it'll take Ryan Grubb that long. So, but it's just frustrating. It's frustrating. I'm sure like the first 5 or 6 games for Georgia fans was first frustrating this year.
Oh man.
So
especially because we all knew that we had a lot of talent on defense, and then they got out there and went to playing, and we're like, what are y'all doing? Where's all this talent at? So that immediately, we're pointing fingers at the defensive coaching staff because we went to overtime with Tennessee, and then the next week we lost.
Right.
Like, what are we doing? And then we went down. I mean, we did okay against Kentucky and Auburn, but it's Kentucky and Auburn. And then we got to middle of October, and we let Ole Miss score 35 points. It's like, what is going on with the defense, man? They seem
well since Ole Miss, y'all been on point, man, on both sides of the ball since Ole Miss.
Yeah, Ole Miss was a big turning point. Florida was a weird game. That's a rivalry game, but it's still a weird game. But since then, I mean, that defense is just boa constrictor, tightened down.
Yeah. What happened to Gabe Harris?
What do you mean?
People in the chat saying he's hurt.
Gabe Harris.
Yeah, for your dogs.
Yeah, I know who Gabe Harris is.
The guy that flattened my quarterback.
I know who he is. I'm just saying I ain't trying to see what people are saying.
Yeah, it was some guy saying in the chat that he was hurt.
Oh, you talking about turf toe?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If he's got turf toe, he's got turf toe.
Yeah, so he might be good to go by next week.
Who knows? I mean, he's got a little bit of time. And I mean, and let's be honest. I mean, if you know anything about college football, all of these top tiers, they have the best medical people in the world.
Oh yeah.
It
ain't like how it used to be.
They're gonna give him all the shots and all that other stuff and get him all the therapy and everything, and he'll be fine. I mean,
So who you picking to win it all? Your dogs?
Well, if we look at the layout, right? So I see Oklahoma and Alabama. I give Alabama the edge, and I feel like Alabama could beat Indiana. I'm not impressed with Indiana. I'm not impressed with Ohio State. The only two teams that they played that was worth a damn was each other, and then they looked like they'd never seen a football before. I'm serious. Am I
I
wrong?
mean, Indiana did blow out a number 9 Illinois.
What's Illinois ranked now? Number
I
99?
understand that.
Number 99 now?
Uh,
No. And then so I'm gonna say if you want to put Alabama at that spot for the quarterfinals, fine. Oregon is gonna beat the blazes out of JMU.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
You know what JMU stands for?
Well, all I know is James Madison.
Just making up shit. That's the only reason they put them in there. They just had to put somebody in there. Just make up some shit. Put 'em
Just
in there.
making up shit, huh?
Oregon's gonna call that a practice week, and then they're gonna play Texas Tech
Right.
the week after
Well, Ohio State did beat Texas.
that. We beat Texas too.
Texas, they beat the Illinois too. They beat Michigan.
Michigan ain't good. We know that.
And,
Look at that cupcake schedule. If I had that schedule, I had to go
Penn
get my
State
blood
don't
sugar
count.
tested.
So Penn State don't count. So do you agree with Notre Dame? Did they get screwed or not?
No.
What's your opinion? They didn't get
No.
screwed. I don't think
No.
they got screwed either.
They screwed themselves. Join the
Yeah.
conference.
Join the conference. That's what I
You
say.
join the conference in all your other sports, but you
Yeah,
won't join in
but
football. So
That's
you tried to
crazy.
game the system, and the system said kick rocks. So don't cry about it. Go cry in your leprechaun's hat. I don't care.
I don't know how the NCAA let them get away with it. I just don't understand it. Yeah, I know it's money, but still. You can draw money if you win a conference too, just as much to me. I mean, that's just my opinion, but hey, it is what it is. And
Yeah,
supposedly, Michigan got an open checkbook to Coach Kalen DeBoer.
if he's smart, he will not take that job.
Yeah, if he's smart, he won't take it. But you know what? Money talk.
Money do
And,
talk.
and if they fire him without cause, he get a fat ass payday. But in order to leave, he'll have to pay back $4 million to Alabama. But that won't be shit compared to what he'll get from Michigan. So, you know me.
I mean, Kalen DeBoer does not have any, in my opinion, loyalties and ties to the SEC. He just don't.
He don't. Not to the SEC, he don't.
And if he genuinely believes like he might be a little bit in over his head, and he gets an opportunity now to take advantage of somebody opening a checkbook, might be the deal of a lifetime to take it. I know I would.
I would too.
I know I would.
I would. I
Because
know
I'm
all
gonna be
money
honest
ain't
with
good
you.
money, but I
There's
can't
a
see nothing but
whole-
good coming out of this.
there
Even
is
though,
a
even I
whole-
might not last, but 2-3 years. You got to
there's a
pay
whole
me
different
in
level of
order to
pressure.
fire me.
Yeah, there's a whole different level of pressure having to be the head coach at Alabama than it is being a head coach at a recovering Michigan.
Yes.
I mean, it just is. And
Yeah.
so I said before anybody took that role at Alabama, I don't know anybody that could take that role. The only people that I felt like could have taken that role and done it justice would have been somebody who's won a national title and is excellent at recruiting. That would have left you basically Kirby Smart and Ryan Day. And that's it.
Yeah.
Neither one of them is gonna leave.
I don't see nobody else really.
Yeah, maybe Dan Lanning.
And you know both of them wasn't leaving the program.
No. Maybe
Both of
Dan
them
Lanning.
wasn't leaving. Not even Dan Lanning. Not Dan Lanning couldn't do what Kirby Smart could do
No.
at Alabama. Dan, I mean,
he's the only other coach that I could have given enough respect to said I think he can do that job.
Yeah.
Because he plays balanced football.
I think
he came from the Kirby Smart basically charter group that was fresh off the Nick Saban coaching staff.
But I think Kirby Smart would have been the one for the job simply because he was with Saban for so long.
Yep,
He was with him
I
for
agree.
what, 10, 11 years?
Long time.
It was a
Him,
long time. So
Scott, and Saban
yeah,
were
Scott
the
Cochran,
three
yeah.
cornerstones that when they started working together, when Kirby brought those three together, I mean Kirby, when Saban brought those three together, that's when Alabama started winning national championships.
So I mean, it was he was with him the longest, so I think he would have been the best choice.
Yeah,
So like if he would have never went to Georgia, he probably would have been the next in line
yep.
to take over that head coaching job. I don't think they'd have went out and got anybody else.
No.
So
Now to answer your question here, from what I've seen so far from my college playoff prediction, I've got Alabama over Oklahoma. I've got Alabama over Indiana. And I've got Oregon over JMU and Oregon over Texas Tech. So that puts you at Oregon versus Alabama. I have Oregon beating Alabama. On the other side of the bracket, whether it's Ole Miss or Tulane, I don't care. I think Georgia wins that game. You got Texas A&M versus Miami. I'm taking Texas A&M. Now, I feel like Texas A&M is a little bit of a paper tiger, but I also feel like Ohio State's a little bit of a paper tiger, and I can see this being a high-scoring game. I think in high-scoring games, I think Ohio State has a much longer track record of running up scores. I'm giving the edge to them, so I'm picking Ohio State. So that puts Ohio State versus Georgia, and I'm putting Georgia over Ohio State because I think Georgia's got a much better defense. I think Julian Sayin is going to be a little bit deer in the headlights. Anytime you see a first-year starter quarterback play against a veteran coach like Kirby Smart, they tend to struggle. I think that puts Georgia up against Dan Lanning, and I think that you see a student versus the master, and I think that Georgia wins that again.
I just can't accept Georgia winning the national championship. I just can't accept it. I refuse to.
I'll tell you what, would it make you feel better if I told you guys beat Oregon and then you play us again?
I still won't accept y'all winning, and not even over us. Not over us. I just refuse to. No, I have to see it. You'll have to see it. I mean, you all have to do it in order for me to believe it. I just don't want it to happen.
I know. I got to point out something to camera guy dash S3H. Mr. Camera guy, tell me just one thing, sir. How many coaches in the SEC have won 2 national titles that are currently active head coaches?
None. Okay. I mean, Kirby. That's it.
So who's the master?
That's it. He the only one. Matter of fact, how many current coaches in the SEC done won a national championship? Yeah, that's true. That's true. But then you got Ryan Day that won one in the Big Ten. So you got, who else you got? Kirby, Ryan Day, and Dabo. Them the only 3 current coaches that won national championships.
Well, let's see.
I think that's it.
Head coach.
Yeah, head coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's be honest. The only 2 right now that matter is Ryan Day and Kirby Smart.
Yeah, that's it. Freaking
Dabo's no fell off.
Dabo was an afterthought now.
He has forgotten what college football what it takes to win.
So he don't want to conform to the changes. So he done got left behind.
What's the old adage? You either adapt or die, right?
That's it. And he going down with the ship.
He got up there on a soapbox and talked about how, he was against NIL, and if we went paying players, that he was just going to go to the NFL and all that. How'd that work out for him? And then he's going to get up there and tell players, it's like, well, if you commit to Clemson, you can't go visit other schools. How'd that work out for you?
Well,
we want players at Clemson that want to be at Clemson. Why would anybody want to be at Clemson?
I mean, it's just like, man, if you do go to Clemson, if you ain't getting on the field, you leave. But and then say a player commit to Alabama, he ain't getting on the field and he want to go to Clemson. You don't want him.
Hey,
You don't. You
I saw how about them dogs podcast in here. What's going on, Randy?
Oh, Randy, a good guy, man.
Randy, a good dude, man.
Yeah,
I like
he
watching
done
his
been
show.
on the show. Yeah, me and Randy did something together, man.
Randy, good dude.
So hopefully,
I lined him up, but I as usual.
yeah, hopefully,
my schedule.
if we do meet in the national championship, all three of us, and well, it'll be four because I have me an Alabama partner on here, so four of us can get together and do a show.
Well, that would be great. I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Now I want to ask you. We're an hour in. I know when I first made my statements about Kalen DeBoer, man, you was all over me about it.
Yeah, look, I still believe in Coach Kalen DeBoer.
Now, but hold on, I got one thing I want to ask you, because my whole argument hinged off of one thing. I did not, and I still do not feel like he is the coach that Alabama deserves.
So who you think Alabama deserves?
I think they deserve Nick Saban, but he retired.
Well, ain't but one of them.
I agree.
Every coach Alabama get gonna be second fiddle to him.
Maybe.
So,
but I feel like
who else is out there?
I feel like they should have got a guy. They should have got a guy from the SEC.
Well, I can agree with that. I think they should have got a guy. It would have been better if they got a guy with SEC ties. I do think that's better. That way they know what to expect. I don't think coming in, Kalen DeBoer knew what to expect, especially with the Alabama fan base. Now, when it comes to Kalen DeBoer, he done lost 7 games in his 2 seasons. Mm-hmm. But we also got to remember, I know another coach who had a stacked roster who lost. How many games Kirby lost in his first 2? Like 6? He lost 5 games in his first season.
Now his second season, what happened in the second season?
The second season, he made it to the SEC championship and the national championship.
He made it to the Natty.
Now, hold on. Now, what's the name? He made it to the SEC championship. Lost. Kalen DeBoer.
Yeah.
Hey, what if he go on and win the national championship? Hypothetically, then will he be the wrong hire?
No, I didn't say he was the wrong hire.
No.
I felt like he deserved better.
Fans, I'm asking the fans, would he still be the wrong hire in some people's minds? Because some people didn't want Coach Kalen DeBoer, simply for the fact he didn't have any ties to the SEC. He was from the Pac-12, and he's bringing all these Pac-12 coaches with him. Some people didn't want that.
And I
looked at Coach Kalen DeBoer's record throughout his whole head coaching career, even from Sioux Falls all the way up.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you that I was really upset because I'm a Georgia fan first, and then I'm an SEC fan right behind it. He came in and he let go of a coaching staff that I thought was absolutely phenomenal. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a fan of Alabama by any stretch of the imagination. But what he did, in my opinion, was he came in and he stepped all over the work that those guys had put in, and it irritated the fire out of me.
But you got to understand, every new coach, going to bring their own people.
I know, but here's what I'm saying. You can bring your own people, but whenever I have got 12 guys that have ties to the places I need to recruit to, I got 12 guys that have all been to the big show. I got 12 guys that have great relationships with all these players. Man, I didn't like that.
I understand, but you got
I get it. I get the process. That don't mean I gotta like it.
No. I'm just saying, Coach Kalen DeBoer, he brought guys that have been to the big show. Remember, they was in the national championship against Michigan. And then,
if I had the time to sit down and show you how many of them guys on your staff done been to 2 or 3 of them.
Well, I'm not really. When was the last time we went? 2020 before What? Well, we went in 2021 too. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. But still, I mean, I still believe in Coach Kalen DeBoer, man. It's just this
Well,
offense got to come to
if
fruition, man.
I,
Ryan Grubb got to get it together.
I know he's your boy. I got to ask you though, if y'all get blown out by Oklahoma, how you gonna feel then?
I ain't gonna like it. I can tell you that right now. I can tell you that right now. But I don't believe we'll get blown out. Even if we lose, I don't think we'll get blown out.
I don't think you get blown out either. But
So,
I didn't think
but
I didn't think Georgia would be that way either. Now
no, I didn't think we'll get blown out then either. But
I was nervous. Like I don't know why I was
so,
nervous about that game, but I was
had some
nervous about that
discussions
game.
with some of my Alabama buddies. We really didn't have any faith. I can tell you that. All three of us. We were just going by the way Alabama was playing in the latter part of the season and how Georgia was playing in the latter part of the season. So, and we had our answer from there. But
Yeah,
then again, even though we
lost,
lost, we only scored 7 points. I still think Alabama played pretty good despite the score, considering the block punt, the interception, the freaking fumble, the short fields. I still think we played pretty good despite the score.
I felt like you guys played pretty decent.
Yeah. So, but hey, maybe if we meet again, it won't be that way. I hope not.
Well, I got a feeling that whenever we see you guys again, it's going to be another rock fight.
Well, I know you'll be seeing us next season.
Oh yeah,
you got to come back.
Already on the schedule.
Yeah, you're on the schedule. I think it's in October this time.
Let me pull that up.
It's in October this time. It is not in September.
The past couple of times we played, it's been right off the rip, man.
I would rather catch y'all at the beginning than the middle.
November UGA is rough.
Yeah.
So we got the TSU Tigers, Tennessee State, then we got Western Kentucky, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Vanderbilt. Then the second weekend. Why are we playing y'all the second weekend in October? Y'all supposed to play Tennessee.
No, we play Tennessee the third week of October. Every year.
Week of October. Okay.
Yeah.
For some reason I was thinking the second week. So we play y'all, then we play Auburn, and then we play Florida.
So yeah. Let me pull up our 2026. See, because we got another gauntlet. We got another one next year. We got so we got.
But before you go much further here, I want to address something that Bradley said. We were talking about how Alabama played okay in the conference, and he said no, they didn't. They didn't play good. They looked awful. Let me point something out to you, sir. Georgia only put up 156 yards in passing and only 144 yards rushing. And that, if you can hold a team that's got, I don't know, a baker's dozen's worth of 5 stars on both sides of the field at any given moment, to less than 300 yards, you're doing pretty damn good, especially whenever you're struggling on offense like they were. I thought the defense played pretty damn good.
So,
I digress.
Our SEC schedule, we got South Carolina, Mississippi State, Georgia, Tennessee, Texas A&M, LSU, Vanderbilt, back to back.
Well, they ain't gonna have Diego Pavia anymore. So
no, they ain't gonna have Diego Pavia. His shit talking ass.
He gone.
But we start out pretty easy with East Carolina and Kentucky, Florida State. Hopefully, we'll get Florida State this time. So,
well, I hope so, because Lord, I don't want y'all deal with that again.
Yeah, we'll get them this time. So, do you Matter of fact, Big Dog just put his link in the chat. So y'all go over there and subscribe. Just hit that link and hit the subscribe button. It don't cost you nothing, not one penny to subscribe to Big Dog Brett, BDB Sports Media. So hit that link, go over and subscribe, and put in the chat after you subscribe, so we can give y'all a shout out. But
Now, I
when
will
it,
tell you that when you come over to my channel, just like OKB, hey, y'all can hand it to me, and I'm gonna give it back to you. We're gonna
tell them
cut up and have a
they
good
ain't gonna
time.
hear what they want to hear.
That's right. I'm gonna tell you like it is now.
But let's talk about Ty for a minute before we get out of here. Ty Simpson.
All right.
A lot of Alabama fans been on Ty Simpson's ass, man. And I just feel like Ty is doing what he can do, considering the pressure that he's been under. You know, some people don't say it's not the offensive line. Some people say it ain't the play calling. Some people say Ty hold on to the ball too long, which at times he have. Sometimes he don't hit the check down. Sometimes he don't run when he got space to run. Sometimes he's been inaccurate. But considering the pressure that this guy's been under, considering the fact that Ryan Grubbs called these long, drawn out freaking pass plays when you don't need them, maybe that causes him to hold on to the ball just a little bit more than what the rest of the quarterbacks hold on the ball. Like, hey, okay, most quarterbacks holding the ball from time of the snap to time they release it 2.9 seconds. Ty hold it 3.1 or 3.2. But maybe it's because of the play calling, these long, drawn out routes. Of course, if I got a screen, if Ty got a screen pass, what are you going to do? He's going to get rid of the ball in less than 2 seconds. That's what, if he got a slant, he'll probably get rid of the ball 2.5 seconds, 2.4 if he got a quick slant. But if you sending every wide receiver 15 yards or deeper, he's going to have to hold on to the ball longer. Am I correct?
No, you're right. No, I'm a numbers guy, and I like to draw comparison
Right.
between players, right? Because sometimes eyeball tests don't pass muster, right? So when you got a quarterback like Ty Simpson, he's talented. Right? As much as I don't want him to be, he is, and he's thrown for a 65%, which is pretty good. I mean, 65% through an SEC schedule, pretty good. And he's got 26 touchdowns and only 5 interceptions. Guess what? Gunnar Stockton has 23 touchdowns and only 5 interceptions. Now, Ty Simpson has been sacked 25 times. Gunnar Stockton's only been sacked 16. Now, neither one of those are really that player's fault. When you got guys on the offensive line that's getting spun like a top, it is absolutely incredible that Ty Simpson has nearly 3,300 yards passing. It just is. So you got Gunnar Stockton at 2,700. You got Ty Simpson at 3,300, nearly 700 more yards, and he's taken 9 more sacks. That's a lot. And so, do I feel like Ty Simpson is a bad quarterback? No. Do I feel like he's Jalen Hurts? No. Do I feel like he's Tua? No. Do I feel like he's more than competent, more than capable? Yes. But I would wager that unless you had a really honest and true to God dual threat mobile quarterback, any quarterback would struggle with what Ty Simpson has had to endure. And I contribute that to not being able to run the ball or not being willing to run the ball. You know what Georgia averages per rush? 4.5 yards a carry. You know what Alabama has? 3.6 yards a carry. That's less than a yard per carry difference. That's not that much. Because if you can run for 3.6 on first down, 3.6 on second down, you at 7.2. That's less than 2 yards. It's a little over 2 yards to go to get a first down. There ain't no reason why y'all shouldn't be running the ball. Now, if you were averaging 2 yards a carry, okay, don't run the ball. But whenever those guys, whenever they know you ain't running the ball, they don't have to load the box. They can come from 5 different angles at you. and then you're gonna be running for your life.
Yes. So that's I just don't understand when the fans say, "Hey, it's on Ty." Even when this man is out there throwing 260 yards, 2 touchdowns, when he's under pressure all fucking night, and they still say it's on Ty.
Yeah, it's
Now
unfortunate.
I understand that he got his flaws. Milroe had his flaws, and we was on Milroe. But the thing is, Milroe he could escape the pocket. That's what we loved about Milroe.
Much more mobile.
He could escape the pocket and get positive yards, if not take it to the house. That's what we loved about Milroe. It wasn't his passing ability. It was the ability to make plays when the plays wasn't there. That's why he was the leading rusher. That's why he scored more rushing touchdowns than anybody, along with throwing about 23 touchdowns, 24 touchdowns. Ty can run, but for some reason, he won't. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I trust me. I know Ty got his flaws.
Yeah.
But when this man out here throwing damn like 260 yards and 2 touchdowns, you can't. And then he take 3 sacks. Who is the sacks on? Or get a strip sack? Who is that on? That's the offensive line.
He's had 3 games where he's thrown over 325 yards. I mean, he's got an arm on him. He can throw.
Yeah.
It's the play calling's got to be fixed, man.
Now we was praising the hell out of him through about from game 2 to about game 7 or 8.
Yeah.
So, and then on top of that, I think he threw for 370 something yards on Georgia, didn't he? In game 1.
On the first one?
Yeah.
276.
276. He threw for 3 something on somebody.
Wisconsin, he threw for 382. Vanderbilt, he threw for 340. And that's a team that wanted to be in the playoffs. And even in the game that y'all lost against Oklahoma, you threw for 326.
Yeah, and he was under constant pressure against Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be again.
So, he's gonna be again. So hopefully
we'll see if Ryan Grubb makes some changes.
Do what now?
We'll see if Ryan Grubb's gonna make some changes.
I hope he do. So appreciate it, T-Mac. So, but that's really all I got, really. So
yeah, that's all I really got. I'm gonna pick Alabama to win, and I'm gonna pick Alabama to win by 7.
7.
And I think it's gonna come down to a special teams.
I'm gonna go at 9, because every time I pick,
I like 9.
Every time I say double digits, it never happens. So I'm gonna say 9, man.
I think I'm gonna give you a really bold prediction here. I think Alabama's gonna win, but that 7 points is not gonna come from your offense. I think it's gonna come from either a scoop and score or a pick 6.
Okay. I'll take it.
Because I can see John Mateer getting nervous and throwing a pick. And you guys have so much speed in that secondary. That's the only team I've seen all season that can catch Georgia's wide receivers.
Yeah. I just one thing I don't want it to come down to a field goal between any team. Because we are missing, they'll make it. That's what I don't want. Appreciate the $5 super chat, G Bama boy. Appreciate that, man. But yeah, because they got a hell of a kicker and we don't. So yeah. But I appreciate you. Go ahead.
I got, KB.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you coming on, man.
No, I appreciate you having me. I've been looking forward to doing a show with you for a while, man.
Hey, I appreciate it. We'll be back next week for round 2.
Absolutely.
Then we can talk about them dogs and who in their game.
We'll see how it goes.
So, but I appreciate it. Everybody in the chat. We still got 211 watches, and y'all go with the big dog Brett, man. Y'all subscribe to his channel, support the man and his channel. Really big dog fan. I know we got a lot of dog fans in this chat. So y'all
get a lot
go
of Bama
there
fans too, guys.
and subscribe. All you Alabama fans, go over there. You ain't gonna like what you hear over there, but hey, support. Dog fans don't like what they hear over here, but they keep coming.
Hey, I come over here and cut up with KB. He's good people.
Yeah, man. Hey, you still ain't got that apology.
Hey, you know what though? It got the intended result though, didn't it?
Yeah,
the
it
intended
did.
reaction.
Hey, man, but I appreciate it, brother.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off. I'm gonna let KB do his sign off, and you guys have a great day. Know what I say? God bless.
All right, brother. Roll Tide, man. Big dog Brett. Glad to have him on. He's got an outstanding channel over there. Even though he be hating on my Alabama Crimson Tide, that's what I call it. He be hating on my Alabama Crimson Tide. But guess what? There has not been a day in old KB's YouTube channel's life that I have hated on them Georgia Bulldogs. I just don't believe in hating on another team. You know what I'm saying? I don't like you, but I ain't gonna hate on you. I just be telling the truth. A lot of people think the truth is hating. It ain't hate. Appreciate it, big dog, man. Appreciate it, brother. But yeah, me and Big Dog Brett will be right back here next week. Don't know if it'll be on Thursday or if it'll be on Wednesday or Tuesday, but we'll be right back one day next week to talk about them Georgia Bulldogs and them Ole Miss Rebels, because you know Ole Miss going to win. And we'll be talking Alabama and then Indiana, because my Alabama Crimson Tide going to win tomorrow. And we'll be talking about Miami and whoever else they play. Sure will. Who else we'll be talking about come next week? Come next week. Let me get back to it. We'll be talking about these just the teams that I think going to win. We'll be talking about Oklahoma. Stop it. We'll be talking about Alabama and Indiana. We'll be talking about Miami and whoever they'll have to face. We'll be talking about Ole Miss and Georgia. We'll be talking about Oregon and whoever they got to face. That's all I know. That's all I know. But anyway, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Big dog, you still there? Oh, okay. But yeah, we'll be talking about whoever it is they play. You know what I'm saying? And hey, I just want y'all to enjoy the rest of y'all night. You know, it's 10:30. Some people got to get up and go to work in the morning. So we gonna get out of here. Y'all enjoy y'all night. Make sure y'all come back tomorrow night, 8:00 sharp. I will be live for the game, hooping and hollering, rooting on my Alabama Crimson Tide. All right. So until then, y'all be blessed. And remember, KB don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide, and roll damn Tide.